MOD officials have made mistakes and sent emails that were intended to go to the Pentagon to Mali instead. But it also included and revealed the names of British and American personnel working on hypersonic missiles at Porton Down, which you can't really think of as sort of more sensitive area of British military research.
The Ministry of Defence officials have been accidentally sending emails meant for the Pentagon. They've been going to an ally of Vladimir Putin. George Grills is defence correspondent at The Times and has uncovered this.
Was an incredibly simple human error that came about basically from a typo in an email. So when you put in the email address for a sort of Pentagon email, the domain name at the end says .mil, which is only one letter away from the domain name used by Mali, a West African country and Kremlin ally, which uses the domain name .ml. And basically, we have seen evidence that fairly regularly, MOD officials have made mistakes and sent emails that were intended to go to the Pentagon to Mali instead.
Gosh. In terms of how many may have been delivered or not, because you do have to get the rest of the email address correct as well, I assume, in order for it to actually reach a destination. What do we know about how many we're actually getting through?
Well, not quite. I mean, basically, it came about because there is a Dutch internet entrepreneur who has been running the contract to manage Mali's domain name. And he set up, he realized, he was running it for about 10 years from 2013, and he realized that a lot of emails were going to email addresses that didn't exist. So it's sort of .army.ml, .navy.ml. So he set up something called a catch-all email address, which quickly got inundated with sort of thousands of emails. It went down over time because the Pentagon introduced these sort of measures which sort of encourage people to check before they send emails. But it basically overwhelmed the inbox over time. But now his contract is finished. He's worried that all these emails will basically could be handed straight over to the Kremlin if Malian officials see that way.
Gosh. So then, crucially, what is in them? Because there's quite a range in seriousness, if you like, from things that might be quite trivial to things that actually could be real cause for concern.
That's right. I've got a sort of cross-section of the emails from January this year, and among the hundreds of thousands of emails that were misdirected to Mali, there were 5 that came from the MOD. That ranged from really sort of, inane details like when officials were going on holiday, but it also included and revealed the names of British and American personnel working on hypersonic missiles at Porton Down, which you can't really think of as sort of more sensitive area of British military research.
Yeah, absolutely. And so have we seen, I suppose, any tangible outcome, as in any malicious action or cause for concern from Mali or indeed from Russia at this stage, or perhaps that's untraceable actually?
Well, the MOD is investigating now. I mean, they are maintaining that nothing overly sensitive has been lost. But yeah, I think it basically we can't really tell at the moment. Fortunately, we've had this sort of this Dutchman who is sort of trying to raise the issue, and who is now, but because he's coming to the end of the contract, he can no longer sort of access these emails basically since the beginning of this week when the contract was handed over. So from now on, any emails that are misdirected to Mali will be, can be freely used by the military leadership in Bamako.